Hey everybody, Jen Skiba here from the Consumer Warrior YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about all things credit card and bankruptcy related. How you get rid of credit card debt, some of the things you got to be careful with, and a question I get all the time, am I ever going to be able to have a credit card again if I file for bankruptcy? But if this is your first time here to my YouTube channel, please go ahead, click subscribe, check on that little bell. That way you'll be notified each and every day when we put out new videos that'll help you deal with these serious credit card and debt issues. Let's talk about credit card debt. I'm recording this in December of 2023, and credit card debt in the United States of America is at an all-time high. We are setting all kinds of records, and not the good kind of records, as far as the amount of credit card debt that American families are carrying, and how that's impacting all the other areas of their lives financially. And it's when you look at the kind of big picture, you see why it is that people are relying on credit cards so much more for just day-to-day living expenses than they have in the past. I was reading in the Wall Street Journal, they were showing that with the interest rates on houses and just general inflation, they were showing housing specifically that only like 3 years ago, it was like 2 to 3 years ago, if you paid $2,000 a month for a mortgage on a house, that you could buy roughly for a $400,000 house. Now, $2,000 a month will buy you only a $295,000 house. I mean, that's a gigantic change in such a short period of time. And if you're on social media at all, you probably saw the kind of a humorous one, but still eye-opening. People were talking about Home Alone. It's Christmas time. Home Alone, one of our favorite holiday movies. If you remember from that movie, there's that scene where Kevin, who's this young child who's home all alone, and he goes to the grocery store by himself, and he buys some groceries, and people are comparing what those same groceries that Kevin from Home Alone, what he bought in 1990, what they would cost today. And the difference is pretty staggering. And I saw an article in USA Today. They actually went through and itemized what it would cost. And so Kevin in the movie, his groceries cost him $19.83. And now that was in 1990. Now in 2023, those same groceries would cost $53.94. So more than double what they cost in 1990. And granted, I mean, that's, what are we looking at? 30 some odd years ago. But still, things are more expensive. There's no getting around it. They're just more expensive. And so families are relying more on credit cards. So in my bankruptcy practice here in the state of Arizona, I can tell you what we see a lot is we see a lot of people coming in, and that's their main issue is credit card debt. There have been times throughout my 20-year career of doing this where we see medical bills, housing, that kind of thing. Right now, it's 100% credit card debt is what's pushing people into the bankruptcy decision. Let me tell you what it does. I want to go over a handful of things that bankruptcy can do for credit card debt. The biggest thing overall is that it, in almost all cases, eliminates credit card debt 100%, just wipes it out. In fact, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, I think it was designed. It was intended for credit card debt. These unsecured debts, there's no collateral attached to them or property connected to the credit cards in most cases. It stops the collections, it stops the phone calls, it stops the lawsuits, it stops the garnishments, and the Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharges the credit card debt completely. It's eliminated and it goes away. You don't have to deal with it anymore. So if you're dealing with a heavy amount of credit card debt, Chapter 7 bankruptcy may be the best option. If that's your main debt issue, that's what you should be looking at as a Chapter 7 bankruptcy if you're considering bankruptcy at all. Now, I know there's always the question I get of how much debt, am I in the range of what people need when they file for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy? It really depends on your ability to repay the debt over time. I can tell you in my practice again here in Arizona, what I see, most people that are filing bankruptcy, they have at least $25,000-ish in credit card debt, and often somewhere between $30,000 and $100,000 in credit card debt before they make that that jump to file the Chapter 7. That being said, I have filed Chapter 7 bankruptcies for people who have $10,000 or less of credit card debt, but those individuals are kind of unique situations where their income was such that it would never increase to the point where they could pay that debt off, or there were some other health issues, things like that going on. The next question I get about credit card debt is if I file for bankruptcy, can I keep one of my prized credit cards? I always think it's kind of interesting. People do have a kind of an emotional connection. Almost they feel like they have a relationship with some of these credit card companies. One thing I hear frequently is people say, I don't want to file bankruptcy on this particular card. They were my first credit card. When I was in college and they got me, I applied for this card and they've been with me through thick and thin. One thing you realize real quick is when the thin comes, when times are not good, these credit card companies, they are not your friends. They're there to make money. But to answer the question is no. If you're going to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you've got to include all of your debts. You've got to disclose them all, and you need to plan on every single one of those credit card debts being terminated. I always say back in the old days when I first started doing this 20 years ago, sometimes there were credit card companies that allow them to stay open. But even if the credit card has a zero balance, even if you're current on the payments on it, you should plan on that card being terminated. And the reason being is in your terms and conditions of your credit card agreement, it states specifically that filing bankruptcy is an act of default and they can terminate the card, and they will. So you should plan on that you're not going to have those credit cards you have now if you file for bankruptcy. Which leads to the last topic that I want to discuss. People, even as they're going through bankruptcy, they're wondering, am I ever going to have sufficient credit so that I can have a credit card again? Will the credit score ever go up? Because obviously, I think most people know you file bankruptcy, your credit score is going to take a big hit. You're going to see a 100 to 150 point drop. Those credit cards are going to be cut off. But one thing that surprises a lot of people is as soon as you file your bankruptcy, within weeks, you're going to start getting advertisements in the mail from credit card companies wanting you to sign up for a credit card. And I know that may seem just completely counterintuitive, but here's the catch. The reason why they do that is, one, they're assuming that because you're filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you're going to get rid of a lot of debt and have more disposable income that you could then use on their new credit card. Two, you cannot file bankruptcy again for another 8 years if you just got a bankruptcy discharge. And so in this kind of weird, perverse way, they've kind of got you. If you file for a bankruptcy and then you get a new card, any debts that you get after you file your bankruptcy are not included in your bankruptcy discharge, and they're going to be able to come after you down the road. So will you be able to qualify? Yes. As far as having good interest rates, the better cards, it's going to be at least 18 months to 2 years after the Chapter 7 is completed, but you will surprisingly qualify for a credit card, and actually pretty quickly once your bankruptcy case is filed. So if you're dealing with serious debt problems, particularly credit card debt, and you're thinking about bankruptcy, if you're in the state of Arizona, contact me here below. I'm happy to walk you through that and kind of show you what your options are. Even if you're not in the state of Arizona, reach out to me. I have a team of different people all over the country that we can refer you to do exactly the same kind of stuff I do that can help you as you work your way through this process. Thanks for watching today.